All right, on the interconnectedness and oneness of everything. Yesterday I was listening to the podcast on quantum fields from the physics scientist, and his theory is that that quantum fields, everything is from the energy, right? It's made of energy, and quantum fields exist everywhere. Everything is quantum fields. um, the particles, the smallest parts, they are not things, they are states. They are ever-changing states. So the quantum fields are conscious. And one thing that I got from the podcast is that this guy started to investigate or learn or study the quantum fields and consciousness from the old model of mathematical approach, and it didn't work. You cannot understand consciousness with mathematics. Why? Because mathematics are made or created by consciousness, not the other way around. So how can you understand consciousness with a product of consciousness? The same way I understand how you can understand divine or God with our human logic. It's even if you apply our human logic, it's not logical to await or think that it's possible to understand something larger than its creation with applying the logic. Basically, it's a human creation. It's not a universal. It's universal in a way that we as humans know it in this particular moment. In the future, it might be all different. And the future is about quantum fields and consciousness, and it's very different approach. Well, what's practical about that is that we are all the same. If you understand that you are a part of quantum field like everybody else, but we are like those particles or states, very different and unique. Talking about human world, every human is unique, but we all interconnected within the quantum field. So what's the point of making us so different, opposing, competing to enrich the consciousness? The consciousness enriches itself by manifesting itself in different states. And me as a human being is one state in this particular moment, one state of the consciousness. And I'm changing with each second or each whatever it is in the time consideration. And there is no there is no particles or human beings who are alike, like similar. We're similar in some points, but totally similar to we cannot be. We're all unique. Even the biological twins with the same conditions of life, they are still unique in some ways. And the purpose of it is to enrich with uniqueness, to enrich the consciousness as a whole. And I really like how, I don't remember the name, I will put in the video, this scientist, Federico Faggin, I think, he's Italian. He said that when you understand who you are as a part, or you are the field, You are the field. As a human being, you are the field. When you understand who you are, there is no purpose in competing with others, because they are the same thing as you are, the same energy, the same field. So there is no purpose of competing within the field. Um, as I understand, the larger consciousness trains and enriches itself with the unique states of its particles, humans. So, being the state of the same thing, one state competing with another state for what? It will come. It's like we can compare competing cells in the body. It's not a healthy body when the cells compete for something. So, who is the winner if there is inflammation in the body? No, it's not a healthy state of the body as a whole. So competition is not a healthy state of consciousness, yet it enriches itself with that, to the point that I guess the development of each or a group of particles of humanity, society, the development is supposed to get to the point that collaboration is the only way to coexist and to enrich the consciousness. So it's the development of consciousness when the particles understand how to relate to each other in a healthy way. And competition is not a healthy way, guys. So cooperation, understanding of each other's uniqueness, and very deep understanding, like feeling of interconnectedness between us is the way to go, is the only way to go. And I didn't really like how those Federico and the interviewer, they said, oh, it's crazy idea. And another said, yeah, I know it's a crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's the only sane idea of the world. It's the only sane way of living. The crazy is happening right now when people compete for something, especially in AI world, artificial intelligence. Companies compete and they say it's the only way to go because the bad guy can overcompete you and then the world will crash. So that's why we are striving to be the winners in this competitiveness, to make the world. It doesn't make sense. If there is no collaboration with others, it will end up in a monopoly of whoever it will be. And monopoly in nature is only temporary for the sake of something. And then it goes into interconnectedness and collaboration for the survival. And in human world, competitiveness and monopoly sometimes, for some reason, is considered a way to go, but come to the first point that we cannot understand with our finite constitutions. Like, if you think that you die and that's it, then how you can see several generations ahead? There is no point of this vision for you if you think that you die in several years, or you have to do whatever you can in this lifespan so you kind of justify your existence. No, you're a part of the whole, and consciousness will benefit not from the speed of achievements in this lifespan for you, but from the depth and expansion of understanding on how the whole system works. Not just one state of the consciousness trying to get everything it can in its lifespan. Going to Mars, so what? What will you do for the whole? Will it be a good thing, or you will be just remembered for several generations as a bad guy or good guy? Who knows? Um, I think this competitiveness is a bug. You can trace it to the apple of knowledge, or how it's called in religion of Christianity. You can trace it to survival, but survival as a whole implies or requires collaboration, not competitiveness. And I really like this idea of conscious quantum field as a whole, and it feels right. It feels true. It feels it makes sense. And it's a big question why people compete. And the only answer right now I have is that we don't know ourselves. We don't know that we don't die as a piece or particle or state of the consciousness. We don't die. Consciousness exists forever. Or I don't know. I will not go with my finite mind of in the human body with more theories of the time and space and how it works. But I feel very comfortable that in this state of consciousness in my body, I have a very unique experience of the larger conscious manifestation. And for this uniqueness and striving to develop something better for the whole, I think it's the purpose of life for each of us as a unique state. Each of us is a unique state of consciousness through which consciousness as a whole enriches itself. So please don't forget about our uniqueness, and the uniqueness of each has purpose for the whole. And the second, we are all interconnected. We are all the one. Try to filter your experience through those truths. I'm pretty comfortable to say that truths. If you need scientific proof for that, you can search it for yourself. I'm not a scientist. Science is very limited in understanding of consciousness. So use your intuition, use your divine power, use your consciousness to understand it, to feel it, to know it, and accept it. Thank you.